Get this, what you wear has the power to influence whether you gain or lose weight. Stick around and discover how to make the science behind this phenomenon work to your advantage in achieving long-term success after weight loss surgery. My friends often say I'm a bad influence on their budgets when it comes to justifying splurges on new outfits. But it turns out I was totally doing them a favor. That's because science has uncovered that what you wear influences how much you weigh. It's called enclothed cognition. For real, influenced by physical experience and symbolic meaning, it's essentially the mental shift you experience when you wear certain clothes. Enclothed cognition most often occurs subconsciously. But what's really cool is that you can use this science to dress for long-term weight loss success by focusing on 3 things: fit, color, and symbolism. Clothing fit. I don't know about you, but before weight loss surgery, my wardrobe consisted mostly of stretch pants and oversized shirts. Come to find out, that tactic probably only served to exacerbate the issue. That's because you're more likely to gain weight with loose clothing versus a fitted wardrobe. Food psychologist Brian Wansink cited a peculiar trend in his book Mindless Eating. As the story goes, a sheriff noticed inmates were gaining an average of 20 to 25 pounds during a 6-month prison stay. A closer look discovered that it wasn't the food. Notoriously bland prison food doesn't tempt prisoners to overindulge. It wasn't lack of fitness. After all, exercise facilities are one of the few activities available to enjoy behind bars. And it wasn't due to loneliness. Inmates interacted with the prison community and received visitors regularly. Nope, those big, baggy orange jumpsuits were the culprit. The duds they were wearing were so loose that inmates didn't have a clue that they were gaining weight. Woo! Talk about weight creep. Tailored clothing offers important cues on the state of your waistline. Is it expanding, shrinking, staying the same? When you wear loose clothing, you don't have a clue. I guess French women are onto something. They have a reputation for trim waistlines. It turns out many of them tie a ribbon around their waist underneath their clothing, especially when dining out. It creates greater awareness when they eat. If the ribbon starts to feel tight, it's a signal to stop eating or stick to healthier choices. Snug clothing and belts can have a similar effect. The moral of these stories? Consider using the fit of your clothing, a belt, or hidden string to support better body awareness and eating habits. Color. The color of your clothing matters too. Do you gravitate towards certain color selections for your wardrobe? Maybe you look great in teal or love how black can camouflage an area to which you don't want to draw attention. Yeah, boom! However, studies show that colors you wear influence your behavior. For instance, after noticing that athletes wearing red in the 2004 Olympic Games won more events than those wearing blue, researchers decided to explore if color influenced performance. When asked, participants believed they were performing with the same intensity whether they were wearing blue or red. However, the findings told a very different story. Red gave athletes a measurable edge. When wearing red, they could lift heavier weights than when wearing blue. Participants also exhibited higher average heart rates when wearing red, and that indicates that they were truly working harder. And it's not just red that impacts athletic performance. Black clothing has been tied to more aggressive behavior in athletes. So that's another color you might consider if you're looking to boost your workout performance. Beyond influencing your workout intensity, color can influence your appetite too. Certain colors cause stimulation, influencing both your behavior and your appetite. Here's where that same red that can positively influence the intensity of your workout can have a downside. Red can make hunger more prevalent, and orange is another color known to stimulate hunger. Hence the common use of reds and oranges in restaurant decor. There are some other colors too that influence hunger that you might find a little bit more surprising, like yellow. It makes you happy, and a lot of people like to eat when we're happy. More surprising is turquoise. It's another color known to stimulate the appetite, even when your brain says you're full. And then, of course, there's green, which is tied to abundance and is believed by some to influence the quantity you eat. Colors that help suppress your appetite include blue, purple, brown, black, and gray. Man, I wish that would have been common knowledge 40 years ago. Maybe I could have gotten a cake with gray frosting and avoided the world's worst tasting birthday cake. Sugar-free carrot cake that every one of my third grade friends spit out at my party. Good times. When you get dressed in the morning, think about how the color you choose to wear may influence how you feel and how you act. Symbolism. Another way to dress yourself skinny incorporates symbolism. Studies suggest that when you wear clothing that carries symbolic meaning, that outfit can subconsciously change how you act. So if you've ever laughed at anyone for wearing a power tie or lucky underwear, the joke may have been on you. One study dressed 3 groups of subjects in either a suit, a pair of sweats, or their own clothing before they were asked to begin negotiating a deal. Those who were better dressed consistently out-negotiated their peers. Here's a really crazy thing. Men who were put in sweats actually showed lower testosterone levels. Similar studies showed that when you're dressed up, you have improved cognition. You think faster. Similarly, if you're to put on a white doctor's coat, your selective attention is highly likely to increase. Apply all this to right-sized living. Dress it up a little bit to make you more motivated to take the actions required to achieve and maintain right-sized living. These phenomena show up in professional sports too. Dr. Jonathan Fader, a famous sports psychologist for the New York Mets, has observed that fitness gear gets players into character. It gives them a psychological edge, helping them mentally prepare and expect to have a stronger performance. You may not be a professional athlete, but how you dress will impact your fitness. Wearing workout attire over an old pair of shorts and a t-shirt with holes in it is more likely to make you feel powerful, athletic, and ready to tackle the workout. Ooh, and beware. A Harvard study found people who knowingly wore a designer knockoff were more likely to cheat and more likely to suspect others of cheating. So the question begs, could that fake Louis Vuitton purse or knockoff Manolos influence you to stray from your doctor's recommended food plan? If you ask me, it's not worth the risk. Tell me, are you motivated to dress your way skinny? If so, remember these 3 easy steps. 1, wear tailored clothing that enables you to enhance your body awareness. 2, dress in colors that suit your goals. Consider reds, oranges, and blacks for more intense, aggressive, productive workouts. 3, include symbolic items in your wardrobe. Dress for right-sized living success, whether it's a power outfit for work, athletic gear worn by serious athletes, or your lucky socks. Email me at Shelley@WLSdelight.com to let me know how it goes and what other topics you'd like to explore. Until next time, live with purpose, live with courage, and live with delight.